Welcome to the e-commerce course by GUVI. I'm your host Lalit Goyal. Now let's first understand commerce. When I say commerce, it's a practice of buying and selling goods. For example, if you need a shampoo, you will go to a physical store, take the shampoo, pay money and come back. So, commerce is defined as the exchange of goods and service between two or more entities. It typically involves buying and selling things of a value. Now, commerce can take place between business, between consumers, or between business and consumers, depending on what state it is. As the technology is advanced, today we are going to talk about e-commerce or electronic commerce. When we say e-commerce, what comes to your mind is Flipkart and Amazon, right? So technically what you do, with the help of your mobile and laptop, you use internet and go to these sites and buy products. So technically, what you are doing here is you are using information technology to buy and sell products. And technically, this is defined as e-commerce. Right? When I say it in a very simple nutshell, you can use internet only to share information or to take information. Can you do anything else over the internet? The same goes with the e-commerce. So technically what you do, when you go to Amazon and click a product, you show the seller that okay, you have an interest in this product. Then you share your financial details for the payment of the product, and then you share your physical details so that it can be couriered to you. Now we are going to understand different types of commerce that are there. So technically we have 5 different types of commerce. So the first one here is business to consumer. The second one is business to business. Third one is direct to consumer. Then you have consumer to consumer, and finally consumer to business. So let's understand first what is business to consumer. So very simple. What you do today, if you need something, you directly go to Google, right? On Google, you find some options, you go to those sites and then buy the product. So technically, when a single user is buying a product for his own use, it's consumer, right? And the business who is selling the product. So today you have e-commerce site, you go there and buy the product of your choice or your need. The second one we are going to talk about is business to business. When I say business to business, these are not single consumers. Okay, they can be industry, they can be grocery shop, or they can be a business. And they are buying from a business. So technically they are buying in quantity. For example, there is a grocery store and he needs to buy Maggi. So what he will do, he will order for a case of Maggi. So he will get a better price for that, right? And then he can resell it and make a margin out of it. India Mart is one of the big examples that you can share. Where you go, you will find that the rate are on a lower side and the quantity is on a higher side. You can't get one piece there, right? So that's business to consumer. Then you have direct to consumer, because today technology is so advanced that you can go and directly buy a product from the company website directly, right? For example, Samsung, Redmi, all the companies on the technology or electronic devices, right? You can go to their site, purchase a product, and it will be couriered to you, right? And you can also use referrals and codes and coupons, right? Now we're going to talk about the fourth one, which is consumer to consumer. Now here technically what you do, you take a service from a company where there is a person who is ready to give you the service and you are demanding the service. For example, Ola. You go to the commerce platform, share the details, you get a cab, the cab comes and the service is provided. Then is what we say, the last one, consumer to business. When I say consumer to business, it's where like teachers or professionals who are offering their services. So you can go to these sites and finally have their services. And these are, for example, you have a lot of websites today or freelancers like people per hour. Okay. What are the benefits of e-commerce? When I say e-commerce, there are some benefits of e-commerce. The first and the foremost benefit is convenient, right? No one requires to move out of their comfort room, right? Everything there itself, they can directly go, search, and they can see a number of options, right? They can select the options and they can buy that. Second, there is no limit. For physical stores, you have limit, right? They can't be open 24 hours. But for e-commerce, you can go 24 hours. Third thing is that you can do it globally. Because if you have a physical business, you have a limitation of where the service you can provide. But as it's online, you can do globally. And the final is minimize expenses, because if you open a store, you have to rent a shop or you have to buy a shop, right? And then you have to construct it. So it takes a lot of time and money. So it has made more convenient. And today, if a business is not online, it's not a business, right? Because if we want to buy anything physical also, we could directly go and check the website. So it gives you better approach, better time, so you can reach the consumers and you can sell the product. Okay. Now let's talk about the concept of e-commerce. When we say concept of e-commerce, what we mean is we are selling something, okay, but the consumer and the seller are not coming in contact physically. They are coming in contact through technology, or there is a medium called internet. Okay. Now you have all the options here. There is an online store. There can be a shop. There is a shopping cart in that online store. There are e-commerce websites also. So you don't need to make your e-commerce site. You can go and become a seller there. And then you have the third-party payment gateways who process the payments. And then there are ways that you can improve the sales by using affiliate programs, by using social media marketing. You can use email marketing. Okay. Now let's discuss the history. So when I say e-commerce is not something which is today, okay, the first time in the August 11, 1994, a man sold a compact disc with the help of his internet through his website. Okay, and this is how World Wide Web started the e-commerce. Okay, now the e-commerce has so much evolved today that today you have more than 32 trillions of transactions happening. Okay, and a lot of ways has made business easy, connected more people with requirements, and it's created world as your own house.